Today's April 1st, 2020, a very exciting day because the residential real estate stats came out for March. So Victoria fared very well in the residential real estate market. According to the Victoria Real Estate Board, sales were only down 5% compared to the same time last year. But that's because the first 2 weeks of March in Victoria's real estate market were strong, with nearly 50% more sales than the same time last year. But that all radically switched to the inverse in the latter half of March, when the hysteria and declared COVID-19 pandemic fully set in. So when I looked at the sales of the latter 2 weeks of March, sales were down 42% compared to the same time last year. Most owners are now holding off on listing their properties, and new listings have come to a near halt. The second half of March, listings were down about 37% compared to the same 2 weeks of March 2019. So the full impact of the COVID-19 pandemic will not be recognized yet, and it will take many, many months for the data to fully reflect the massive change in consumer sentiment that was brought on by the spectacular Black Swan event. The uncertainty will leave many econometricians and statisticians in awe, as we have many opposing forces at play, very strong ones in fact. So on one hand, we have the uncertainty and mass hysteria that's disrupting everyday lives, not only in Canada but around the world. And then we also have macroeconomic stimuluses from drastically lower interest rates. There were 3 interest rate cuts in March. On March 4th and March 14th, the Bank of Canada cut its target overnight rate by 50 bips each time. Then the Bank of Canada on March 27th lowered the key overnight rate again by another 50 bips, leaving us to a final 0.25%. That's quite on par with the United States and the United Kingdom, and we should have been there maybe a long time ago, as our G7 partners have typically been much lower than Canada on their overnight rates. Interest rate cushions are going to ease the cost of borrowing, and I'm now seeing the banks post 5-year variable rates at 2.4% for consumers, and that's very enticing. And in fact, I've even had a noticeable increase in inquiries from first-time home buyers coming to me looking in that $300,000 to $500,000 condo range, looking to get into property ownership. So back to the real estate stats. In terms of pricing, Victoria fared very well. We've sustained our prices, and if not, saw price acceleration in many components of the marketplace. The median sales price of a detached property jumped by $45,000 this month compared to last month. So the single family detached market is doing quite well in terms of pricing. The average detached is at an all-time record right now, $986,600. So single-family homes doing very well. So when we look at benchmarks for the MLS condominium in the Victoria core area, last year it was at $507,000. This year, that same condominium, March 2020, increased by nearly 5% to $532,000. So I believe the prices are going to remain stable. Why do I say that? Well, there was 2,250 active listings on the Victoria MLS system at the end of March. That's 7.5% fewer than the same time last year. I'm also noticing a continuous dip in new listings and an increase in listings being canceled, which is subtracting from our already critically low inventory. And I've been taught low inventory, typically in a free market environment, which generally real estate is, means sustained upward pressure on prices. So of course there's going to be those people that are forced to sell. You got those estate sales, divorces, foreclosures, and those will make deals, and sometimes those deals will be below normal market value. One of my friends has a family law practice, and they were telling me that divorce calls coming in have increased quite noticeably as spouses being quarantined or forcing to spend more time with each other is accelerating their desire to move forward and complete their divorce process. So that's my real estate update for Victoria. Today's April 1st, 2020. In the end, no market is immune to this kind of black swan event that we're seeing globally, and sales will continue to trend downwards. Whether that means prices are stable, I think they will be, especially with the opposing force of interest rate boosts. So if you'd like more information on the Victoria real estate market, visit my website, victoriamarket.ca, to access the most comprehensive list and map of sales transactions. My name is Dustin Miller, and the managing broker here at 8X Real Estate. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.